Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we are actually going to be talking about the upcoming project that's happening in the West. Yeah, I understand previously I've been covering a couple of projects in the East already. So today I actually have a special guest with me to be sharing with you guys about the development, the name of the development and some of the unique selling point of the development. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest for today.
Hey, hello everyone, I'm Winnie Pang from Hattons as well, and today I'll be covering on the reserve residence that is coming up soon in Bukit Timah planning area, so in District 21. So what we have in the west. And then what I'm going to share more is like the reserve residence. They're actually a very hot development that's coming up soon. It is a new development that's integrated with transport hub. So what we see usually, right, is integrated development, but we do not see it with a transport hub. And in fact, in the whole of Singapore, there's only 14 developments with integrated transport hub, and then 5 that will be launching soon. So it's a very new project, and we'll be looking forward to it. And this is actually a project that's developed by Far East Organization and Sino Group. So it's a collaboration between these two big company. And then, as you know, Far East actually has a very long track record of developing mixed developments, such as the One Holland Village that has already launched some time back. Yeah, so these two are the new developments that you can be looking at. So the reserve residence, and then this is actually on a very big piece of plot of land. It's a land that is 346,000 big. And in the whole history of Singapore, right, actually there's only 13 plot of land that cost more than 1 billion in terms of land sales. Yeah, so in fact, our reserve residence is a huge piece of land. And then in the reserve residence, we actually have 732 units. So you can expect quite a big development.
What would be as in, is it a freehold or a 99 years project, and what are the bedroom types that the reserve residences offers?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually a 99-year leasehold with effect from 2021, and then it's looking to TOP around Q1 of 2028. Yeah, so in 5 years' time. And then what we have is actually a very good mix of bedroom type. So there's actually all the way from 1 bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms, and even penthouse as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for myself, right, I actually briefly saw the e-brochure already. So I actually find it quite unique lah for the reserve residences, because I saw three different kind of brochure. So maybe you also like to share with me like why these three brochure and what are like the ideas or concept for the reserve residences.
Reserve residence, right, is actually a development that has three sub developments. So what they have, right, is actually the three brochures that you mentioned, the horizon, the treetops, as well as creekside. So these are the three different buildings, and then they have a good mix of a low-rise building, mid-rise building, and high-rise building that's as high as 32-story high. And then one of the unique point of it is that, you know, in Bukit Timah planning area, most of the private condominium or like private walk-up units, right, they are usually 5 to 10 story high. You don't really see anything above 10. Yeah, so reserve residence is actually the only one, and then the first one in Bukit Timah to have such a high build-up. Yeah, and which also means if you get a unit at reserve residence, you have very nice unblocked view.
So talking about view, I guess we will be expecting like the green corridor, the Bukit Timah Hill, and
Yes.
all lah. Okay, okay, fantastic. I think that is a fantastic introduction about, I mean, of course, Winnie herself and the development lah. Yeah, so I think moving on, there will be a couple of questions that I'll be asking her. Yeah, so probably from a very neutral point of view lah. Right, so I think first of all, now we got the name of the development, the developer, and the concept, the design concept of the reserve residences. Maybe you can also tell us a little bit more like where exactly is the location.
So it's actually located at Bukit Timah, right behind Bukit Timah Plaza, and right opposite the Bukit Timah Food Center. And as you all know, Bukit Timah Food Center is actually going to close down soon and make way for a bigger community building that actually has a direct link bridge to the reserve residence. Yeah, so that community building actually has a lot of facilities such as like sport facilities, retail shops, F&B, community library as well. So it will be a place that is full of facilities, and like it will make it very convenient. Yeah. And then what they have there is actually, and right beside, right, there's actually the Cheong Chin Nam Road.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's a very, very popular food place. So, you know, a lot of people, youngsters, go there for like KBBQ, yeah, and
yes,
stuff
yes.
like that. So it's really a food heaven. Yeah. And then like the 美食街, you know,
Oh
of
yeah,
Bukit
yeah.
Timah. Yes. And then there's actually, it's also right beside a development called The Link, which actually sold out in a day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
so
okay.
you can know how popular the reserve residence is going to be.
Right, right, right.
Like given that the Link, which is about half the size, are actually sold out within a day.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. Okay, cool. So, okay, so just now you actually mentioned like the three different kind of
Mm.
concept, and right now we talk about the location, the amenities, the eateries, and all
Mm.
this. So, can you also walk us through like so within the development itself, other than the concept, what is the key unique features about the reserve?
Okay, so the reserve residence, as I mentioned earlier, right, is an integrated development. So what does it mean by integrated development? So what they have, right, is actually service apartment, F&B, retail shop, and there's a lot of facilities lah, sports and community buildings as well within the facility itself.
Oh.
Yeah, and then what they also have is also an integrated bus interchange at the shopping mall, and also a direct linkway to the MRT station. So there's a lot of unique features about the reserve residence, which makes it so attractive. Yeah, and then the fact that it has a service apartment makes it very attractive because it promise you a higher rental yield. As you know, like service apartment can be quite expensive sometimes, but there's a huge difference when like let's say you want to put your house out for rent, so you want to invest in a unit that can get a very high rental yield, right? So let's say it's right beside service apartment. Service apartment tend to be more expensive, more costly, but in condominium you actually have more facilities. So you can actually match their price, and then at the same time, yours will rent out better because of the facilities and how free and easy it is as compared to service apartments are. Yeah. So those people who are looking for investment unit in the reserve residence, yeah, I think it will be a great one because of the service apartment that will push up the rental yield.
Okay. Okay. So since we are talking about like investment units and all this, right? What are actually like the unit type breakdown? Like just a rough estimate like how many one bedroom, two bedrooms are there? Then three bedroom, four bedroom, and you mentioned five bedroom as well, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So what are the unit types breakdown like in terms of percentage? Estimate lah.
Okay, so there is about 100 plus one bedroom units, and then 300 plus two bedroom units. Yeah, so actually quite a good unit mix. And then for 3, 4, 5 is about another 300 plus units for bedroom 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms.
So am I right to say that like for the reserve, it will be almost like a 50% most likely
Investment,
investment unit?
yeah,
Then,
and 50% homestay.
okay, okay. So for homestay wise, like what will actually appeal to the members of as in the buyers or the consumer? I don't know, like schools and all this.
Okay, so very good point, the schools. Actually, right, the reserve residence is also very hot because of how its strategic location. It's actually within 1 kilometer of two very prestigious primary school. So one of it being the Methodist Girls' School, which everybody would be like
MGS
running
lah.
over, yeah,
Okay,
running
okay.
over it. And then the other one would be the Pei Hwa Presbyterian Primary School, which also has the higher mother tongue language program. So these are the two schools that will be very highly sought after lah in the Bukit Timah area.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so investors out there or even for homestay buyers, I think do look out because I think for development that is near good schools, the demand in the resale market will be extremely high as well lah. I mean, this is my take lah. Right. So okay, so moving on, Winnie, the next question. So yourself, you have been to like road shows and hyping activities and all this, right? So I just want to understand lah. So what is the response of the consumer in the market so far when you tell them about this development?
When I told them about this development, right, they're actually very excited for it because a lot of them actually wanted to buy the link, but it was sold out within a day. So they didn't get a chance to, get the link. Yeah, and then now they're all looking at the reserve residence because reserve residence has even more facilities, more amenities as compared to the link. Yeah, so they have the integrated bus transport hub right at their doorstep. So which is why a lot of people are very excited, and then they really really want to go down to the show flat, and then they book appointment for the reserve residence. Yeah, show flat briefing.
So how close is reserve residence to the MRT? As in, which is the nearest MRT? How close are there, and maybe how far is it compared to the link?
Oh, so they are actually both right beside each other, like the link development and the reserve residence. And then, but only the reserve residence has a direct linkway from the development down to the MRT station. And then the MRT station is actually Beauty World MRT station. Yeah. So about 1 minute, 2 minute walk to the MRT. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Okay, so moving on to our next question. So, in your opinion, lah, like what is the potential about this development? Because, yeah, I mean, just now you mentioned, right, development near schools, and we are close to MRT stations, but Bukit Timah has like a lot of development, freehold or leasehold. So, what is kind of your opinion about that?
My opinion is it's something different. Like I mentioned earlier, right? Integrated development with integrated transport hub is very scarce in Singapore. There's only 14 existing ones so far, and 5 more launching. And Bukit Timah planning area, right? It being such a hot area because you are staying in the rest of Central Region. So you're paying the price of rest of Central Region. But technically speaking, you're only 10 minutes away from Central Region.
Right.
Right. Yeah, you're just 10 minutes away from Orchard and from, Holland Village. So right here in Bukit Timah, to find such a convenient place, yeah, and at such an attractive price, yeah, I think that's the very unique selling point of it. So you are paying the price of RCR to stay right next to OCR.
To
Yeah.
CCR lah.
To CCR, sorry, yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I heard about what you mentioned, like the consumer feel about the development. So maybe tell me what you like about the development.
What I like about the development, me myself, wow, I love how close it is to the nature park. Yeah, the Rifle Range Nature Park. So it's just at your doorstep. Yeah, so imagine after a whole day of work and then you're very stressed out, you just open your window and then you can look at the nature park. So the view is amazing there. And then on weekends, let's say you don't have work, you can just go down for a walk with your dog, yeah, at the nature park, or go run around, yeah, do some exercises. And then, like I said, it's surrounded by community buildings and sports centers, right? So me being a very sporty person, I would love that a lot. Yeah, and then I like how close the entire reserve residence is to nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so now we heard almost a lot of good things about the development lah. So maybe you also can share with me, like, is there anything you don't like about the development? I mean, if there is any.
I think, right,
Or if you really have to nitpick lah, like maybe one thing that you don't like.
honestly, I think it's so convenient, right? That I don't want to leave my house or I don't want to leave my area. Yeah, then I think that would make me very lazy. Like I don't want to move out of my place anytime. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the only bad thing lah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Because personally for myself, I also stay in a place whereby there's amenities like
Yes.
downstairs.
Yeah.
So sometimes really very, very lazy.
Yeah, to go out, right? Because everything is just one step away. Like you want to have something, just go down to the shopping mall below. Yeah, and then if you want to go out, just go to the MRT below. And if you want to go for a run or go for exercise, just go to the nature park below. It literally has everything that you are looking for. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, this I do agree a lot because I think convenience is something that money cannot buy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So right now we are getting a development with amenities right at your doorstep, or rather your lift lobby, and connectivity as well. So okay, this sounds about right. Okay. So moving on to maybe our last question. So so I think just now you mentioned about it lah. So I also want to, I mean, reiterate to the viewers out there as well, like. So what will be the estimated price for the preview phase?
To be honest, because there is no indicative prices that has been launched out by the developers yet. So from our experience, I think we'll be launching at, I can give a good indicative would be around 2005 to 2006. yeah, that would be the launch price. Good indicative launch price, but like I said, nothing is confirmed until the developer confirm it on the launch date.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, so usually developer nowadays like 1 or 2 weeks before the preview,
Yeah.
they will release like the indicative or the
Indicative,
starting
yeah.
bet price lah. Okay, cool. So I think that pretty much sums up the like the reserve residence. And of course, if you guys have any questions, our socials and our contact details will be at the comment section down or the description section down below. So just feel free to reach out to us. And if you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Bye.